Hi, this is Bob from KinematicSoup, and I'm going to show you some features of Scene Fusion as we build a 2D platformer level. In addition to Scene Fusion, we're also using Ferr2D for terrain, an awesome tool by Symbrio Interactive that allows you to sculpt 2D terrain within the Unity editor. We also use the Furball2D package from the Unity Asset Store and the free platform games tile set from GameArt.com. Please see the description below for links to their pages. Let's begin by clicking the New Sessions button in the Scene Fusion window. Once connected, there will be new UI elements added to the Unity editor. In the hierarchy, green dots show what objects are being synced by Scene Fusion. And in the scene view, a taskbar on the top left shows your connection status, synced object count, a button to toggle viewing other users' scene cameras, and a button to toggle viewing other users' terrain brushes. In the session window, you have an option to change your user color and a checkbox for sync and play mode, which allows you to remain connected to the session while playtesting. My teammate Will just connected. He'll be laying out detail as I build terrain. I'm going to start off by creating a Ferr2D physical terrain with their default forest material. Ferr2D allows me to sculpt 2D terrain by creating and moving vertices to generate a shape I want. Scene Fusion fully supports this tool and will synchronize Ferr2D terrain objects. While I'm sculpting the terrain, you can see that Will is adding decorations and gameplay objects. Objects selected by other users are represented by a lock shader imposed over them, which matches their user color. The red color in the tree shows that Will has selected this object. Also in the hierarchy, there will be a lock icon besides objects selected by other users. Once we're done with the first portion of this level, we both move on to the next section. Once again, I make another 2D terrain and sculpt its shape, while Will places other objects. Right now, Will is placing a box between the two terrains so the player can jump across. Once I'm finished with the terrain, I also add some decorations and collectible objects. I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this build as it repeats the process I've already covered. Once we're finished with the initial level build, I open the Scene Fusion chat to tell Will I'm going to go into play mode. Now I'm at the edge of the first platform, and it doesn't look like I can get up to the next box. Using chat, I asked Will to add another step to the terrain. With Scene Fusion, editors playtesting are still part of the session and will get the same scene changes as if they were in the scene view. This allows any changes Will makes to affect me immediately, even if I'm in play mode. Now that the terrain has been modified by Will, I'm able to jump to the next platform and finish playing the level. I just got a chat message from Will telling me of a problem with an asset. Now I'll use the camera go-to function in the Scene Fusion control panel to jump to his editor view. The texture on this pink mushroom seems a bit off, and as I'm not much of an art person, I'll add a note to it so our artist will see it when he joins the session later. I see another message from Will about a missing particle effect on the pineapple. After selecting them all, I see that they are indeed missing. So I'll add the script and asset reference. Scene Fusion syncs all your editor actions, including component additions and property changes. While I have the pineapple selected, I noticed the score value should be 5. I double check with Will through chat and he changes the value, which is immediately synced to my editor. We're both pretty happy with the level at this point, so we'll give it one final playtest before we get the rest of our team to join the session.